Hello, everyone. This is Kulwinder again with another live with my beautiful business partner, Farhana Siani. She's a mom and she's a business owner, and she is one of leading coaches in our community. And she has years of experience in the business, and she knows social media inside out. And let's hear from her, first of all, her introduction, and then about her business journey and experiences and some learnings. Hello, Farhana. How are you doing today?
Hi, Surinder. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me here.
Nice to have you here. And Farhana, please tell us about yourself, like your family and yourself.
Yes, definitely. So I am originally from India. We are from Mumbai, and I have two young boys. I have a 5-year-old and I have a 2-year-old. We live here in Toronto, Canada, with my husband and these two boys. And so we moved here. We are new immigrants here. We moved here just like we'll complete 4 years in July. So 3.5 years we have moved to Canada. And before that, we were living in the US. I have lived there for close to 4 years. I got married, moved to US, stayed there for 4 years. I was on a dependent visa over there. So, you
Oh.
couldn't work on that.
Mhm.
And once we moved here to Canada, I remember I was so excited because those 4 years of my life. So, a little bit of backstory. Back in India, I
Mhm.
have always worked. I have never sat home. Like right from completing my college, and I did my masters, I did an MBA, and then I have always worked. And then
Yeah.
you got married, moved to America, and
Mhm.
you're not allowed to work there because
Yeah.
you're on a dependent visa and you don't have a work authorization. So those 4 years of my life were really, really difficult. 2 years, was at home, tried to do some things, like those, you do those jobs on cash wherein it doesn't show on your paper slip, but then those are just minimum wage jobs that you're doing. So I tried to do all of that because I
Mhm.
just didn't want to sit home and
Mhm.
do nothing. Then got pregnant. My first child was born in the US, and you become a new mother again. Since
Mhm.
my job was not such that it was getting in a good income or something, it was just for my mental sanity that I was doing it. So
Yes.
stayed home, raised my kid, and then finally, when we were to move here in Canada, and here we were coming on a PR, on a permanent residency, and I knew that here I can work. There's no restriction for me over here, and nothing of that sort. And I was determined to get back on my career, like what I had lost because of those 4 years. I was
Yeah.
determined to do that. So we moved here. My husband is a physiotherapist. He got a job and he started working. I applied for jobs, got a job pretty quickly,
Okay.
and started working. And my son, he was about a year and a half old at that time. We put him to
Okay.
daycare. So this little guy used to spend 9 to 10 hours at the daycare. I
Uh,
used to work, he used to work, and it was good in the beginning. I did
mhm.
that for quite a few months,
Yes.
and then I started realizing that no, this is not what I had dreamt of. Like the
Exactly, and
work
that's not
life
what you
balance.
want it to be. Yeah,
He, first of all, he was so young. I was missing out on so much of
mm,
his growing time. Like he was learning to talk, he was doing new things, and I would hear all of that from his caregivers who would say, "Oh, this is what he did,"
mm,
and as a mother, I used to feel so guilty that I'm
uh,
not there to witness any of it. And
exactly.
even the time when we used to pick him up, like evening 6:30, I used to pick him up. The
Mhm.
time we are home, he wanted the attention. He wanted, the time to spend with us. But we only have those couple of hours when you finish dinner, his bath time, his bedtime. There's no time to just sit and relax with him.
Yes,
And those 2 hours he was so cranky. He was so, he would throw tantrums because he wanted us and we did not. It was all
yes,
rush, rush. So
yes,
the
yes.
2 hours also which I was getting with my child were the
Wasn't a,
worst of him that I could see.
wasn't a quality kind
Yes,
of
yes. It was
interaction.
the screaming and crying and all of that. And I was like, this is not how I wanted to remember my child in these years. And that's how
Exactly,
I decided
exactly.
to,
Same, similar story. Mine is like I was with my kids all the time. I did not send them to daycare even once, but I couldn't work. But there was a mom guilt. And there was a kind of not a mom guilt, it's kind of like a guilt that, oh, my husband's the only one earning, I'm
Yes.
not, right? So
Yeah.
either or, you do feel
Both are difficult. None of it is
it's
easy.
very important to find a balance,
Yes,
right? Right.
definitely. Yeah.
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 So what made you to enter the business world, the online business world?
So, because of all of this, I knew that if this is the corporate life, this is what it is. I have to send my son to the daycare, and I did not want to do that. So I thought that only way that I can be with him and raise him is if I find something that is online. I can work from home so that I can, take care of him as well and get an income because I did not want to just sit home again that I
Yeah,
was doing previously. So
yeah,
that was my intention, and I started looking for jobs online. There was no intention of finding a business that I did not even have an idea that it is possible to
yes,
run your own business and achieve all of this. So I was looking for a job, but all of the jobs which I was getting was needed me to have that constricted proper time in front of the laptop and no distractions, so it wouldn't serve the purpose, be it in the office or at home. I needed him away. I couldn't have him and take care of him as well. So I gave up on that, and I came across an ad about this business that
yeah,
you can give a couple of hours and work on it and make an incredible income out of it. So
yes.
that interested me, and that's how I stumbled upon this and I started this. Yeah.
Yeah, so your family, your kid,
My kid,
wanted to,
definitely.
yeah.
My kid and my desire to not sit at home and do something, be a financially contributing member of my family. That's
Yes,
what, yeah.
that's important. And in this country, in Canada, it's, I don't like to use this word expensive, but yes, that's the
It is.
truth.
Like,
It is
especially
what it
now, in the recent times, things have gotten so
uh,
expensive. That's the word. I don't know how else to put
I
it.
don't know. Like I'm looking for a better word for that. It's again a mindset. Negative things we don't want to talk
Yeah.
about. However, if we know the problem, then we will look for a solution,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's our reason. Okay, so I would like you to explain it to our viewers a little bit. Like, what does social media? Because this our today's talk is about the importance of social media. Like, how it is of how is it worth, right, to
Yeah. Hmm.
switch to social media, because
Yeah.
we have a like it's a maybe it's a misconception these days that
Yeah.
business has to have a brick and mortar. If you have a business, if it's a building and you have few people working there, then you're a business owner, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we are running business too, but people may not
Yeah.
look at it like
Yeah.
that. We don't
Yeah,
need.
I can explain
Yeah,
that. So,
yeah,
before that, I would also like to point out that even for businesses, like in today's time, even a business which is a brick and mortar business, like for
yeah,
example, you have a cake shop,
yeah,
you own a cake shop and you are there, you have a brick and mortar business, then how, how is it possible for the your audience to know that
mm,
you are there? You will
yeah,
need to have your presence, and having your presence online on social media, having an Instagram page, having a Facebook page, having a Google business listing. These are the things which are free. Again, you have your presence here. These are free, and anyone would easily be able to find you. And if they're in the locality and they're looking to eat a nice dessert or a
mm,
pastry or something, and they'll search for it, you will pop up in their search results and they will be able to come to
yeah,
you.
yeah,
That is important. Plus, if you want to promote your business, if
yes,
you want more customers and grow quicker, advertising is the way that you would do. You can use social media advertising. You have Google ads, you have Facebook ads, Instagram ads,
yes,
so many ways that you can market your business online. And even brick and mortar businesses are heavily reliant on social media marketing in
yes,
today's time
yes.
to run their business and survive and properly grow their businesses.
Yeah.
So
So,
that's,
yeah. So highest. I agree with you when you say that all like even big brand businesses like Walmart
yes,
and even Apple. And if you look at Elon Musk, his electric car, can he sell it without advertising? We have to
how
advertise.
would anyone know that even exists,
It
right?
is exist,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Similarly, we are here present on social media. We are interacting with you just to introduce a new way of running any
Yes.
business,
Yes.
right?
And
And
see, again, we don't have any brick and mortar, like,
and
inventory or
aesthetic, yeah,
place, rent or anything, but we are offering you a real solution, right? There are, again, in a business, you either offer some products or you offer some services. We are
service.
offering you the service. We are offering you a business system, an entire package, and which includes a lot of different things. We have affiliate products over here. We have the training and mentorship program which you get access to. You are assigned the entire training site which you get access to, because again, the social media marketing concept is completely new for you, so
Yeah.
you would be learning that. And the fourth thing which we provide you is the technical infrastructure which you will be using to set up and run your business and everything.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is the package that you are getting, and this is what you plug into, and you use it to run your business and set up your business, and then earn an income out of it.
Yes, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I'm loving it too. Yeah. So, my next question is like, when you started or you were looking into it, um, either you or somebody you know who are starting now,
Yeah.
what is it that stops you? What was it did something stop you?
I was a little hesitant, I would say, but my, what do you say, the reason why I wanted to do this was so strong
Yes.
that I had to move forward. I did not have a choice, and I had tried the choices which I had, the options which I had. I had tried all of those. I know how that work, and I know I don't want to go back to a traditional job, a corporate job, or anything of that sort. And I knew this is the future, and this is what is going to work for me, and I was determined to make it work. So
Exactly.
that was my reason to move forward. And the hesitations which a lot of people have, especially with doing something online, like with the social media marketing business, is that they are afraid. They are afraid of judgments of
Judge. Yeah.
society, of
Yeah.
what people are going to think of me.
Yeah.
Like I recently had this coaching call with a lady who, she has two brick and mortar businesses. She has two running brick and mortar businesses. From the outside, if you look at her, you would feel like, oh, she's doing great. She must be making a lot of money. But when I spoke to her, I found out she's struggling. She is
Yeah.
struggling financially, even though because these businesses, to run these
Expensive.
brick and mortar businesses,
From the
there are
yeah.
so much expenses involved. You're paying the rent for that, you're paying your employees, and there's so many things going on. So the
Hmm.
money which comes from the revenue which you make, a lot of it goes, and that is what is happening, and that is the reason she wants to have those two businesses, but also make some money which can help her family survive and everything. And that is why she's looking for something online, because this
Yes.
will take, first of all, less time
Yeah.
to build it, compared to where the her two businesses where she always has to be on site or present over there.
Hmm.
This is going to take lesser time, and she has seen the potential, and she knows that it can potentially make much more
Yeah.
while staying home and while doing all of that. So that is the beauty of having something online. You put in
Online.
less hours, and her, again, her, what do you say, hesitation was again that, what will people think of me? They would be like, oh, you already have two businesses, what was the
Yeah.
need for you to do something,
Yes.
why have a social, this kind of business online? And that's
Yeah.
the judgment that you are afraid of.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she started her business, and she's like, I have to pay my bills. I'm not answerable to those people who are just sitting there and
Judging.
looking at me and passing those judgments. I'm not answerable to
Yeah.
any of those people, because they are not going to pay my bills. I'm the one who has to pay my bills, and I have to look after myself and what is good for my family.
Exactly.
If you have that strong reason, you
Yes.
are going to ignore all of these judgments and whatever that anyone else is going to have about you.
Yes. Yes. It's your own, misconception of others. What others will think.
Honestly, what I have learned, nobody cares what you're doing.
No one
Nobody is
cares.
interested
No
in
one
your life.
cares.
Nobody is. You feel everyone is watching you, even if they are watching you, even if
Yeah.
they do. Like, imagine you scrolling through your news feed, and you saw something. Okay, someone has. Okay, someone, she's looking too fat in the picture. What will you do? will you sit and message her or keep talking about her? No, you will see, you will
No.
pass the comment in your head and you will keep scrolling to the next
It's
person
going,
and pass a comment about someone else of how they are looking, what they have done with their life, or they had another baby or whatever. People
yeah.
do that. That's human nature. Let them
Yes.
do what they are doing. You carry on with your life. Nothing is
Yes.
changing,
Yes.
with that.
Yeah, yeah, I love that. I love that. Farhana, when you say like no one cares what you're doing, as long as I feel that as long as something makes you happy, something
Yeah,
makes you feel that you have achieved, you're achieving, you're getting
yeah,
closer to your goal and you're
yeah,
feeling happier about it. You know,
yeah.
if you were to look at my story when I had a government job. I was doing
Mhm.
like a high school working like full-time job with full benefits, everything. You know, if somebody looks at me, they can say that, oh, her life is set. She doesn't need anything else in her
Yeah.
life. It's great. But if you ask me, I could hardly pay my bills, right? And
Mhm.
the commute and all that, hustle, running around. So now, yes, in the beginning when I joined, it was a little bit of a transitioning, like a shift for me. And even my family in the beginning, they said, what are you doing? Think twice, like you're going to quit your job.
Yeah.
I didn't quit my job the first day. I saw the
Mhm.
potential. I received the paychecks, and then I
Mhm.
decided, no, if I put in half of the effort that I'm putting there, I could be somewhere else.
Exactly.
And those people, of course, they love me. That's why they said that, okay, think twice. But I did not listen to any one of those, because I love them more than, anyone can think of.
Yeah.
I knew. And today, my husband, he has joined me. He has his
Mm.
own Facebook
Amazing.
page. And my son, he's 17 now, and he's like, Mom, I don't want to do a job. Can you hire me or something? Give me something to do in your business. I'm like, why not? Like, let's do it, right? So my 13-year-old daughter. So I think I have set up an example. I
Yeah.
paved a path for my entire family that
Yeah.
they are going to get out of this trap of 9 to 5,
Yeah.
right? It is a trap. I used to feel
It
suffocated,
is. I
really.
agree with that. It's definitely, and the more you society, has made it is so commonly believed that this is the only way. You work so hard, you do your
Yeah.
studies, you work on your, you pay so much for your tuition fees and everything, your
Yeah.
college fees. Get
Yeah.
out of it in a huge student loan. You have those debts and everything, and then you work to pay off those
Yeah.
debts, and then
Then your ideal,
yes, yes, that
perfect,
is.
scenario, the way world wants to see,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. So as we're talking about social media, so everything comes with a price and everything comes with a risk as well. So are
Mm.
there any risks involved in the social media uh, industry business?
So basically, see, there are no risk. You are your own boss, you run your business. You choose how you run it, and
Yeah,
the way you run it and everything.
yeah,
And in today's world, everything is so vulnerable, but it's in your hand how much information you put out there. And there are ways of safeguarding yourself on social media. Even
yeah,
if you are like me, for example, I put out a lot of things what we are doing and everything on social media,
yeah,
but I am very very particular with protecting myself as well, because I
yeah,
have young kids. I have it's very important to protect yourself, and I make
yeah.
sure that I don't disclose my locations where I am. If we
Mm,
are on a vacation, if I want to post about it, I don't disclose my locations. Only once we are back from there safely at our home, that is when I would disclose the location of where we were. Even if you're going out to eat somewhere, I never do those lives, or we are here right now and doing this and that. There's no need of doing all of that. You need to be smart about what you put out there. And yeah, so there are ways of safeguarding yourself. So I feel you do it the way that you are comfortable and way that is most feasible for you.
yes, yes. I feel the same. Like, yes, there are ways in our training they teach us how to
Yes.
be safe, right? So there are safety is the main, thing that they teach us first. There's the first
Yeah.
module, it talks
Yeah.
about those Facebook
Being
rules
safe
and
online.
yeah, yeah, it's beautiful. So, like, do you think any woman or any other individual who has no idea how Facebook works, how to
Hmm.
post, Instagram they've never opened,
Yeah.
like yeah, they go through, they see, but they don't know how to operate it. They're
Yeah. Yeah.
posting something. So, do
Yeah.
you think even those people can do this?
Absolutely. I actually have quite a few people who are like that, who never had a Facebook account or, never did anything online, never have worked in their life, never did a job or anything, have always been stay-at-home parents, and they were able to go through the training, understand how things work, and are successfully running their businesses. So yes, it is
Mhm.
absolutely possible, because the training, again, it is set in such a way that any layman who has zero technical background, zero knowledge, should be able to go through the training, understand, and implement it to their business.
Yeah,
Just a working knowledge of how to use a computer and a phone is necessary, because that is the basic that you need to know. But
basically.
apart from that, if you know how to operate your phone and your computer, you should be able to do it. You
You
don't need
can run
any.
a WhatsApp and put a status
Yeah,
on.
yeah, that
Like
everyone
that.
knows how to do
Yes,
that, right? In
yes.
today's time.
Yeah, I mean, even there are few people in my team and myself, even though, like, we're educated, right? We have degrees and we know how education and
Yeah.
things work, but we are not social media. I was not a social media person. I would like post one post a year, like even if
Oh,
some
same here.
My
Absolutely.
sister-in-law created my Facebook account. You know that?
Oh, wow.
In 2009, when my daughter was born. So it was a
Uh-huh.
trend. It was in trend, for social
Yeah, I
media.
think I also had my account when I was, I think, in college. That is when I had, and the only use that I had of my Facebook account was, remember at that time they had these games called Farmville, which you used to
Ah,
play, which used to plant crops and grow animals, and the Farmville was the only reason why I would log in onto my Facebook. And just yesterday, I had this memory come up from 12 years ago of
ah,
my farms, which I had posted on my Facebook. So it's funny that
yeah,
that is what I created my Facebook account for, and look what
yeah.
I'm using it for
Yeah,
right now.
and I created because everyone had one, and also because it was easier for me to find my friends. Because
Yeah,
my
it's like that.
surname is Sidhu, my maiden
Uh,
name is Sidhu, and then I changed my name to Kang, Kang,
okay.
and then what happened is that my friends were trying to find me, and so I thought, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah, started using my social media, this
yeah,
Facebook thing.
yeah.
And if we can do it, you can do it too.
Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. So there's one more thing. We talk like everything like good about social media, like this. And we talked about the challenges as well, like there could be risks and something
Yeah.
and how to, tackle those. And if for our business that we run online, are there any people like does it ever happen that people come in, they join, and then they just quit? Like what makes
Yeah.
them do
Yeah, yeah. There are, see, again, each individual person, it is not common, but I have known people who started their business and just didn't work on it. They just never put in any time, any effort, or anything, and just, quit. And there can be a lot of reasons for that. For example, if something comes up, life happens, someone passed away in your family, you're facing any
that?
health issue, or pregnancy came up,
Yes.
you gave birth to a child, and these things can have an overwhelming effect on you. So that can be one of the reasons that they right now they are not working on the business. They started it, they had the intention of running it, but
Yeah.
something came up, life changing, and now
Mhm.
they're just not doing it. They might come back in a couple of years or something to kickstart
Yeah.
their business again. That is
Yeah.
one reason. Second is sometimes people come in with the wrong expectations. They come in with the wrong expectations, thinking that, okay, if I they see, okay, yeah, it is working for this one, that one, it's working for everyone, and if I start the business, it will work for me as well,
Mhm.
without me putting in the time, effort, the sweat, tears, everything that it takes for you to make a business successful. They come in
Yes.
with the expectation that I will just come and it will work for me as well.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Nothing works that way. Even if you are at a job, if you want to succeed, if you want to promotion, you will have to put in your effort. You will have to do the work, the actual work needed, which is, I feel, the boring part. A lot of people, don't want to put in. When things get challenging, that is when they
Mhm.
procrastinate, and they procrastinate it so much. I will come back to it later, 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 and that later never comes. And you have just, given up on your dreams because
Yeah.
you just, I don't want to say lazy enough to,
Yeah.
to work on it. So
Yeah.
that is a reason why, because see, working on something of your own needs a
Yes.
lot of internal motivation.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
might get motivated by things around you, but if you are not internally motivated, if you cannot have the discipline and the consistency to push yourself every day to do the things, small things needed daily in your business, you're not going to move anywhere.
Yeah.
And eventually they get frustrated that,
Mhm.
it's not working for me, and they quit. You
Yeah.
have to put in the work to make it work.
Yeah, so when we look at our, I often give this example even to my kids, and it's like, if you're not organized enough, if you're not responsible enough to handle your, even home, laundry,
Yep.
kitchen, and cleaning, other things, if you're not doing it in an organized manner, how can you run your, house? It's an
Yes.
organization,
Exactly.
like at a smaller
Yep.
level,
Yep.
right? So when you have a business, you have all that plus a business, right? You
Yes.
have a personal life, all that organization plus a business.
Yes. Yes.
Responsibility plays a huge role here, because any business, you do it with people, you do it with souls, and when people connect, then you have your own role to play, right? If you
Yes.
play your role well, yeah, success is yours. Today, not tomorrow, day after, yes, it is, you're getting closer to your
Yeah.
goal,
Yeah.
right? So it is very, very important to do your dues,
Yes.
even in the business and at home,
Yep.
right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you for explaining that. That was a, like, a tricky one, and it was a good one. Yeah. So lastly, I would like to know, like, where do you see yourself, Farhana, in the next 2 to 4 years, if you continue doing what you're doing, like the at the pace that you're going in your business? Where do you see yourself? What do you?
So, again, as I said, we are new immigrants here. And when you, like anywhere you go, you want to settle your life, you want to
Yeah.
do things, and you want to, you have dreams and goals for yourself and for your family. And I have them too.
Yeah.
So, as new immigrants, we are currently on the lookout to buy our own house right now. And, we are, just looking for properties, and all of that is going on.
Yes.
So, and had we had started this search 2 years ago, even 2 years ago, our income, like right now, the budget that we have for our house, the down payment that we are going to be able to make because of the income that is coming from my business
Mm.
is life changing. Like,
Yeah.
like the kind of thing which we will be able to, the mortgage approval which we will get and everything,
Yes.
that
Yes.
is something we couldn't have imagined even 2.5 years ago, which
Yeah.
is possible now. And
Ex-
once you get a house again, you want to become debt free. So
Yeah.
paying off that mortgage, it's going to be, inshallah, going to be, much quicker
Yeah.
because of, the income which is coming from this business. And again, you can give such a better lifestyle to your kids. You can do so much more. And apart
Yes.
from that, the fact that I have growing kids.
Yes.
Right now, the older one is just 5 years old. He
Yeah.
will, he's just starting to doing activities in his school, those extracurricular things. And because of this business, I will be the mom who will be there for all of those activities of his. I will be able to go there and, be present in his, I know, hockey practices or his karate class.
Yeah.
I'll be the mom waiting for him in the, waiting room, and all of those things excite me. I
Yeah.
always wanted that. And by doing this, I will not be compromising on the income which I can make, because I already have a successful business which is running for me, generating a great revenue for me. Obviously, I have to put in the work
Of
today
course.
as well, That is a continuous thing. If you want to grow your business, you have to put in the work and effort. That is there. But the good part is I can do it at my own pace. I do it, when I want and how I want, all of that. So
Beautiful.
yeah,
Yes,
that
yes,
that's what I am looking forward to,
yes.
in my life in the coming years now.
And I can see that, Farhana, and it is visible in your on your page. I went to your page and I saw one of your lives, and there your baby, your kid,
Yeah.
his feet are in your lap, and you're doing a live, and you're talking, like you're interacting with your audience, and you're kissing his feet. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful, and I can see how dedicated you are, and how beautiful any mom can, how beautifully, like the way you do it.
Yeah.
It's a very good example that you're setting for other moms, your team, and everyone. Really, really, and I love that. And everything, each and everything that you shared in this live today, those things are like gems for me, for my team, and for my audience. And
Thank
I believe, someone will definitely have a shift in the mindset, and have answers those questions that they're stopping them,
Yep.
right?
I
So
hope.
thank you so much, Farhana, and thank you, Jhumar, Sandeep Brar, Kamal Brar, Tiwana, Aman Gill Tour, and Veena Gan, Bhupinder and Radha. Jhumar again, great information. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you for watching us live, and thank you to those who will be watching the replay. And I will be back with another live next time. Stay tuned by then. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for
Thank you.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye. Yeah.